નમસ્કાર દર્શક મિત્રો, આપ સર્વનું સ્વાગત છે આપ સર્વનું આઈસીટી કો ફોર યુ યુટ્યુબ ચેનલમાં. આઈસીટી કો ફોર યુ ચેનલ આપ સર્વને નિત નવી માહિતી પ્રસ્તુત કરતી આવી છે. આજે આપણે આ ચેનલના માધ્યમ દ્વારા માર્ચ 2019 જે અર્થશાસ્ત્રના વિષયની બોર્ડ દ્વારા જે આન્સર કી એટલે કે પેપર સોલ્યુશન લાસ્ટ યરની કઈ રીતે લેખન પદ્ધતિ હતી, કઈ રીતે પેપર લખવું તેની માહિતી આપણે આ વિડીયોમાં જોઈશું. જે સબસ્ક્રાઇબરોએ આ ચેનલને સબસ્ક્રાઇબ કરી છે તે દરેકનો ખૂબ ખૂબ આભાર. નવા સબસ્ક્રાઇબરો પણ, નવા વ્યુઅર્સ પણ આ ચેનલને સબસ્ક્રાઇબ કરી એજ્યુકેશનને લગતી માહિતી મેળવો એવી આશા રાખું છું. અગાઉના વિડીયોમાં આપણે માર્ચ 2018ના બોર્ડના પેપર સોલ્યુશનની માહિતી નિહાળી અને આજના વિડીયોમાં આપણે માર્ચ 2019ના અર્થશાસ્ત્રના વિડીયોની માહિતી મેળવશું. જો અન્ય વિષયોના આ જ રીતના સોલ્યુશન પ્રાપ્ય હોય તો તે પણ ટૂંક સમયમાં રજૂ કરવાનો પ્રયત્ન કરીશું કે જેથી કરીને 5મી માર્ચ પહેલા આપ સર્વને દરેક વિષયના માર્ચ 2018 અને માર્ચ 2019ના પેપર સોલ્યુશન આના માધ્યમ દ્વારા મળી રહે અને કઈ રીતે બોર્ડનું પેપર લખવું તેનો સંપૂર્ણ તમને આઈડિયા મળી રહે. તો આપણે ઇંગ્લિશ મીડિયમ ઇકોનોમિક્સ માર્ચ 2019. લેટ્સ સ્ટાર્ટ. This is section A. Select and write the correct answer. There is 1 marks for each. So this type of answer you have to keep March 2019 question paper in your hand, which already launched in my channel, that is ICT Cover You. So if you are not installed my channel, install it first so that you can easily find out all the papers which I launch and you can compare your question with their answer. And if you haven't, you have to take 2019 paper in your hand, then and then only you can find out the answer. Now section B, there are 11 to 20, 1 marks each. Here the answer for marks 1 each. A graph is a draw for data with the continuous frequency distribution. Morris, Davis, Morris. So if you have a question in your hand, you can easily justify the answer. So here 1 to 20 is over. Last one is give the full form of CRIPCO. Okay, no, CRIPCO comes under cooperative sectors industries. So 1 to 20 are for the 1 marks each. 1 to 10 is MCQ and 11 to 20 is one liner, or give the 1 mark for only. The quotation in paragraph is very important for 19 number question. Give 1 mark for only one of the above. So if you know both are, even you have to write anyone so that you will get 1 marks. Okay friends, section C, each answer carries 2 marks. There are 2 marks question are there. Notes is given in the bracket of 21 number question. Give half marks for each types. So if you have idea about 6 or 8, you have to write only 4 so that you can get 2 marks of it. If all the video going on very fast, you have to just pause it, takes question paper in your hand, and then you try to solve it so that you can find out very easily. Here also in mentioning 23rd number question, not give 2 marks for short explanation of any 2 points. Here population and different methods of calculation national income is only point, but we have to write something 2 to 3 sentences, then you will get 2 marks. Characteristics of the inflation is very important. It may be asked in 5 marks also, or it may be 3 marks also. So this question is very important. As per board guideline, blueprint are there, but even the blueprint may be fluctuated sometimes. So keep in mind that this question. Barter systems, limitations of barter system. Here is there. Central bank is a banker to the government. The statement how we prove. These are the 2 points for that, so that you can get 2 marks. 27 question number here. Modern approach of poverty. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana is here. This is only for highlight how to write questions in board paper, board exam paper. Now 28 number, frictional unemployment. Example is there and definition is there. You can see the bracket, 1 marks for the definition and 1 marks for the example. So if you are not given the example of it, you can lose 1 marks. You will lose 1 marks. Now Prime Minister Irrigation Scheme, the establisher is very important. Only 1st July 2015. This will give you 1 marks, and if you are not able to this, then you will not get 1 marks. Objectives are also there, and objectives and the started year is respectively 1 marks each. Agriculture is the backbone of the Indian economy. In this, you have to mention importance of the agriculture, but in this way, you know all about the importance of agriculture, and you try to write all the points which you prepare for the section E for the 5 marks, for the 1.5, 2 or half page, and you write this all. It is wastage of time, nothing else, and you will not get proper marks. So this type of requirements for the answer in section C. Green Revolution is also here. Domestic oblique island trade, activity of trade which takes place within the geography boundary of a nation is called domestic or island trade. You can see in 1 marks of it. Here 1 marks is notation, 1 marks is there for the international and island domestic trade. So each 1 marks are divided for the 2 points. Special economic zone in 2018 paper, it is important for section D. Write a short note on SEZ here in section C. So fluctuation is also there. In option there are small scale industries are there. Decentralized policy of the small scale industries. Then define urbanization, urbanization. Urbanization define. Definition. Now all friends, see here section D, 3 marks each. There are 9 questions are there and 27 marks is there. So here there is some points for aspect to be considered while drawing a diagram or a graph. Here 1 to 6 points are there. You have to write 1 to 6 points, and slide explanation are also required. Why? Because it is 3 marks. Only clarity, scale and measure if you represent, then maybe there is not possibility to getting marks. Note is not there, but even you should write some of the 1 to 2 lines for this. Then or usefulness of internet technology in the process of learning. Here in bracket, short explanation of each point. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points are there, and need short explanation of data, active learning, reading materials, information. These all are the points, but you have to write some of the points, some of the explanation about it. Now functions of money. Here 3 functions are there. 1 marks for 1 point. If explain, keep in mind that it is only for point. You have to explain with their points, and justification is very important for each point. So if you write only points of that, you will not get marks. Then functions of commercial banks. Here 1, 2 points with example are there also, and the credit creation, very important is there. Credit creation example is there. If a bank has primary deposit of rupees 1000 and CRR is rupees 20%, then the banks can create credit creation up to 800. How it will be shown in next page. In other words, primary deposit equal to 1000 can be create a money supply of 5000, and it can be said that the new credit of 4000 is created. Credit creation equal to what? That is primary deposit into 1 upon CRR. CRR, that is cash reserve ratio. So you have to mention this formula also, and with the help of this you have to write this type of answer in credit creation portion. It is only for 3 marks. So keep in mind that if you knowing whatever you knowledge about table are also there in textbook. You can simply explain and elaborate it, but not that it is for 3 marks, not for 5 marks. So don't waste your time as you write in section E 5 marks. Now another question, qualitative method measures tools of monetary policy RBI. Here 4 points are there. Not is very important. Students are expected to explain any 3 points. Out of 4 points you have to write 3 points with short explanation, not only write their points. If you write only point, you will not get 3 marks. So explanation is very important for any 3, not entire 4. So if you know about all 4 points and you describe it all, but you will get only 3 marks. Keep in mind that. Now social reason of poverty. Indicators of poverty. There are 11 points are there. Explain in short any 3. Among the 11 points, you have to explain only 3 points. Keep in mind that there is no requirement of 1 to 11 together and starting with 1 to 11 points. You have 3 points in your mind, then you are starting 3 points. If the data is there, suppose housing facility, drinking water facility, medical facility, in such a point you requirement of data. If the data is correct, you will get marks. Education, unequal distribution. Among the 11 points, you need to write only 3 points and with explain with the data also. Then 40 questions are there. Causes of low death rate in India. Improvement in standard of living. These all are the points. 4 points are there. Also here short explanation is required. For that the point is justified with their content, then you will get 3 marks. Now institutional measures to increase agricultural productivity in India. There are 4 points here also. Out of 4 points you need to write only 3 points in the exam, and with explain with explanation is very required. Only point are not getting marks. Crop rotation. Here point are there. 1 to 3 points are there. Economic factors not explaining short. Here very important. Don't write too long or too short. As per the points you have to justify your point. Different reason for international trade. Here 4 points are there, but you have to write only 3 points of each and explain it. You will get marks. Now importance of education. There are 8 points are there. You have to need 6 points. Very important this one. Division of labor. Importance of education. This among the 9 points you have to write any 6 points of that. So carries 3 marks. Each points carries half marks. So this type of question requirement of not only 3 points and explanation, you will lose half of marks. Now section D is over here. Now section E very important. Why? Because each contain 5 marks and 25 marks question are there. So 5 question, 5 marks each. 5 into 5, 25 marks. And lengthy, to the point, and understand the question very well. Then you start the writing. First is economic growth. Definitions of economic growth and development. Here 5 points, and definition are also there. Economic growth and economic definition is also in starting with this question, and there are 9 points of that. Explain is 6 points of difference between these two. Very important. If 5 marks are there, you write definition of economic growth and economic development in starting, and then if you discuss any 6 points of it, you will get 5 out of 5. But as per textbook, you have to return. Any 5 causes of unemployment in India. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 5, 6, 7, total 9 points are there. 10 points are there. An entire 10 points you have to discuss. There is no any excuse. There is no any 6 or 5 point or 3 point we explain and then get marks. No, here 10 points are there and you have to describe entire 10 point. Every point have their explanation are also required. 5 measures to reduce. 5 measures here mention 5. Then you have idea about 6 or 7 not required. If expected 5 points, then you have to write only 5 points. Then 46 number questions, importance of industries in India. Any 5 points here, mention any 5 points. So out of 6 you can write any 5 points. Meaning of migration here also there, and negative effects. There are 4 negative effects here. So not 1 mark for the meaning. In bracket after social evils you can find out the total marks of 5 is divided into 1 plus 4. 1 that is for meaning of migration and 4 for explanation of points of 4 points. So 4 plus 5 equal to getting 5 marks. Or positive effects of urbanization. There are 6 points are there. Requirements of only 5. So you have to explain in detail of 5, not entire 6. And last one is very easy, 2.5 marks for your analysis and 2.5 marks for your graphs. Graphs is very easy, and analysis are also on the basis of table, so it is very easy. At least 7 to 8 points are required for your explanation, and you will get 2.5 marks in explanation. And keep in mind that all indicators you have to mention in graph, whatever the pie chart are there, simple bar or cluster bar is there. It is very easy, and 5 out of 5 you will definitely get. So I hope you can understand all the matters. Don't keep in mind that don't thinking this paper is for the 2020. No, it is not for 2020. It is idea how to write in exam, how to write in board exam. And if you learn this, then you will able to write, how to present our paper in board exam. So this is very important. દરેક ને આ વિડિયો જોવા બદલ આભાર માનું છું. માહિતી પોતાની સુધી ન રાખતા બીજાને મોકલી શિક્ષણમાં બોર્ડના વિદ્યાર્થીઓના हितમાં આપ દ્વારા ન્યાયી વાતાવરણ સર્જી શકાય તેવા કાર્યમાં યોગદાન આપવા વિનંતી. આપ સૌનો ખૂબ ખૂબ આભાર. જોતા રહો આઈસીટી ઇકો ફોર યુ ચેનલ અને સબસ્ક્રાઇબ કરી નવી માહિતીથી જ્ઞાત રહો. દરેકને બેસ્ટ ઓફ લક. દરેક શાંત ચિત્તે ઇકોનોમિક્સના પેપરમાં આગળ વધો તેવી શુભેચ્છા. ઇકોનોમિક્સના પેપરમાં 100 માંથી 100 આવનારાની યાદી બને છે. એ યાદીમાં તમારું નામ હોય તેવી અંતઃકરણપૂર્વકની પ્રભુને પ્રાર્થના. થેન્ક યુ.